Good morning. In this session, we are going to discuss about active filters using op-amp. Filters. In our day-to-day life, we have seen filters. For example, RO, aquaguard, and coffee maker, tea maker, etc. These all drains the unwanted waste and give us the drinking water, etc. Okay. First of all, before going in detail into the topic, we shall discuss some basic fundamentals. So, what are all the basic fundamentals? We shall see the definition for filter, why you go for active filter, then why don't we use passive filter, and the basic classifications of filter. Okay. So, what do you mean by filter? Filter is a selective circuit which allows to pass a specific band of frequency and blocks the frequency rather than this pass band frequency, and this also removes the noise from the signal. Suppose this is the waveform. You are going there. This is the waveform. Okay. This is known as pass band frequency. When the frequency is between the range 100 kilohertz to 200 kilohertz, this 200 kilohertz is known as the pass band frequency. Okay, I hope you would understand what you mean by pass band frequency. Next, why you go for active filter rather than passive filter? Because these passive filters gives the output signal lesser than the input signal. When we cascade the circuit also, this gives the output signal lesser than the input signal. Then the cutoff frequency, output cutoff frequency depends upon the load, rather than it may be resistive load, inductive load or RLC load. Next we shall go discuss about why you go for active filters rather than passive filters. Because this not only selectively passes the certain band of frequencies, but also provides gain to the input signal. This provides gain to the input signal. Therefore, only we are going for active filters. And these active filters are designed using the active components. These active filters are designed using the active components. Then we shall go for classification of filters. So, what are the classification of filters? These are classified based upon the input signal, based on the frequency range, based on the filter component used, and based on the component used. So, first we go for based on the input signal. Based on the input signal, filters are classified into analog filter and digital filter. You know that analog means in numbers and digital means in binary code. And based on the frequency range, this can be divided into audio and radio. Audio means in the range of kilohertz and radio means in the range of megahertz. Then based on the filtering components used, the filters can be divided into RC component and LC. You know that RC means resistive capacitive and LC means inductive and capacitive. Basically, this RC and LC are known as the tuning network. And based on the components used, this may be divided into active filter and passive filter. In active filter, the components used are op-amp, operational amplifier, transistors and thyristors, etc. And passive filter means resistor, inductor and capacitor. Next, we shall discuss what are all the types of active filter. So let's continue. So these are the types of active filters: low pass, LPF and HPF. LPF means low pass filter and HPF means high pass filter. For this is the circuit diagram for low pass filter. Here this is op-amp. Op-amp minus is known as inverting input, plus is known as non-inverting input, and output is taken here. Feedback capacitor is given to the input. This is the input resistor and input voltage source Vs. These two are grounded. This is the circuit diagram for low pass filter. And this passes only the low range of frequencies. This is known as low pass filter. And here the pass band occurs between 0 lesser than omega and lesser than omega c. And stop band occurs when omega is greater than omega c, where omega c is the cutoff frequency. And this is the ideal response and this is the practical response. This is the pass band, you know from the diagram itself. This is stop band and this is the transition period. Next we shall go for high pass filter. Basically this allows only the high range of frequencies. That's all. This is not a highly matters any cost. Here this is the non-inverting input. This is the inverting input. Okay. Here opposite to the low pass filter, feedback resistor is connected. And in the input, capacitance is connected. The same voltage source Vs and inverting input is grounded. Here is the output. This is the circuit diagram and this is the ideal and practical response. Here the pass band occurs when omega is greater than omega c and stop band occurs between 0 lesser than omega and omega c. So we have discussed about active filters using this or all this. In the next session we shall discuss about low pass filter, how this low pass filter and high pass filter is used. This low pass filter is used as an integrator and high pass filter is used as a differentiator. So basically we have seen what are all the filter definition, why you go for passive filter, what do you mean by active filter, basic classification of filters, then types of active filter using op amp, that is low pass filter, high pass filter. These are all we have discussed in this session. And more or less in a MATLAB Simulink circuit, we will not see any circuit designed without using filter. This filter drains the unwanted components and gives the pure sinusoidal wave signal. In inverters, for the designer of multi-level inverters, for say pointer clock type or cascaded inverter or cascaded for 5 level, 7 level, 9 level inverters, heavily they are using only filters in the simulation circuit. Okay, thank you.